Hi. If you had to guess what my hobby was, what would you say it is? Plants. So this video is going to be a plant tour. I am fairly new to YouTube, and hello, if you do not know me, I don't know you. I don't know you either, and you don't know me really. This is my first video, so hi. I'm going to be doing a plant tour. My plant addiction started in last year. Technically it started last year. My first plant I actually took a picture of before I even bought it from the store. And the picture is September 9th, 2024. And we're now in February of 2025. And this was the string of pearls that I originally bought that started this. Mind you, this is not all of it. My first plant that I just showed you, I genuinely still have. It is my string of pearls. I have a lot of new growth. She actually sits in a windowsill. This does not live here at all. It has grown so much since I've got it. You can see how full it is. That came from every time I saw new growth, all I started to do was like lay it over and really start to tell the plant what direction to start to grow in. And that has really helped. So now that I like the fullness, it's just going to trail. Watering is really good on this one. I know it's time to water when the beads start to kind of pucker and wrinkle up. It's not time to water now, so I really can't show you. But I actually really love this plant. It's so low maintenance and it's so easy. I don't even think about it. And when I pass by, I'm like, dang, you're actually doing good. Shortly after I got the string of pearls, I think I started to get into a dumb cane addiction. Mind you, I know I'm on YouTube. I'm not calling these plants by their government name. I'm not doing it. I'm not calling them Dieffenbachia acetolii, Alocasia isicilii. I'm not saying that shit. I'm really not. I'm sorry. They're gonna go by their street name, and the street name is what it says on the app when I scan it and ask what is this plant name. That is what the plants are gonna go by. So with that, next is my dumb cane. I actually have two of these, and they are so good to me. Like really and truly so good. I've taken a couple of the starters and I've propagated them in water, and they're doing pretty well. I do have two of these just because I started to love them that much that I had to go back and get more when I seen it. I actually have new growth happening on this one. It is my current winter season where I live, so I have had some casualties with my plants. But winter season, I do notice that a lot slower growth. They go basically into dormancy, which basically means they're shy and they're not coming outside, and they're gonna wait for it to get warm again to show you any growth or any progress. But even with that being winter, I had to adjust a little. You can see with this leaf, I had to adjust because I didn't understand. This is my first season of getting plants, and I started in September. It's hot in September where I live. So I had to adjust, but these are my two dumb canes. I do water them pretty frequently. And I also top off the soil and add soil as they start to get heavier because they start to lean over and droop. Just by default, this was actually a clearance plant at Lowe's that I rescued and rehabilitated. I didn't mind the damaged leaves because I understood that, it's still cute. Like, she's still green. It is a little loose in here. It does need some soil because it obviously must be getting taller. That's why it's just kind of like bobbling around in here. I actually don't know the name of this one, But when I first got it, I did stress it out just a little too much. And I realized that when you stress out this plant in particular, the leaves start to get a lot darker than what they were originally. They were really white, really pasty. What is the name of this plant? I don't know off the top of my head. I use an app called Picture This because it just tells me the name. It tells me how much sunlight they need and tells me the overall health of the plant, which helps when you're in a big box store like Lowe's or Home Depot or even at your local nursery. It helps know that you're getting a healthy one, because before I started using this, in the beginning I did not know what to look for. Now I know, but this actually helps a lot. So all you do is you open up the camera part, you snap a quick picture of said plant, it scans, it takes a second, and then everything about the plant comes up, how much to water it, if it needs attention, its average temperature, a small description, what region it's normally grown in, I guess you could say. Oh, this is technically a Dieffenbachia. Another dumb cane. So basically, oh, it's called a mother-in-law's tongue. That is cute. Mother-in-law plant. Yeah, literally. A Dieffenbachia. Like what? Who's pronouncing that for real? I don't know if you guys can see. But it's a version of a Dieffenbachia and really hardy, really hard to kill. So, and she has not died since rehab. Let's just go to the next one. Come on. Ah! Okay, so from there, the next plant that I got was this one actually. And it is a big, hefty mama. Oh. And that is my Swiss cheese plant. I actually have a picture of this bad boy. I spent $40 on this motherfucker. $40. And it was not even this full. I'm finna pull up a picture to really show y'all what this plant looked like before I got it. Because let me see. It was ridiculous. Really and truly. Let me see. Here we go. It's right here. October 4th, 2024 is when I got this one. This is what it looked like when I first started out. And this is what it has grown into. When I say easy to grow, I really, really, really mean easy to grow. I mean, if you could feel the soil is so dry. It's showing absolutely no signs of yellowing leaves, anything like that. I do like to increase the humidity just on this plant in general, because I know that if I'm able to get longer and sturdier roots, I'll get bigger leaves eventually. And I'm not going to, this is the same pot. All of these, no, I'm lying. This is the same pot. This is the same soil. I have not changed it since I got it. It's doing fine. I see no reason to. I do check the roots occasionally. Nothing crazy is happening in there that I'm like, ooh, you need a bigger shoe. I just don't do that. I really love these. This is not my only one. I have 2 of these, and I have some propagations of like cuttings of this one and my other one. My other one has healthier, bigger leaves. I'll show you right now. Hold on. Let me go get it. And this is my second Swiss cheese plant. This one lives in the corner of a hallway that I have. You could tell that the leaves are just a lot bigger size-wise than the other one. They're a little, basically the size of my hand. And it's actually smaller, which is crazy to say. I do have a picture. I take pictures of all my plants before, like once I first get them, just because it really puts it into a perspective of how big the plant really started. And this was November 24th, 2024. That is how big the plant was when I first got it. And you could just see it's just a lot of growth going since just November. And again, a cold season for all of your plants, and it's still doing really good and very low maintenance. Super, super low maintenance. After my Swiss cheese addiction, what did I do next? I want to say I went to my Calitha, the prayer plants, which is this one. The one I originally had was the round leaf one, and she annihilated herself this winter. Like, when I say just killed herself off, I didn't know what happened. And the only thing I could chunk it up to was that it was winter season. It was just too cold where I had it. And she was like, I'm up out of here. But I have since got more because these are beautiful to me, and they are, again, a really easy plant to take care of. They grow like little, do they have any? Oh, this one is already uncurled. When they come in, they look like straws, and then they unfold and open up. This is my newest leaf, and of course it's going to get a little darker once it matures. We could talk about you, honestly. This is a science project, really and truly. This is a Monstera. This was a Monstera that I purchased during COVID that I had for over 3.5 years. And then something came over this summer and it got thrips, it got yellowing leaves, it got root rot. All these things started happening to it. And so this is what I was able to salvage from that plant, because this plant really got me through a lot. So I did not want to just say, oh, well, I don't know what happened, let me just try again. So these 3 leaves that you see is from a science project that I did. I basically chopped and propped only the roots of the Monstera that killed itself. And then I put them in a terrarium, and then I set the terrarium outside, covered it, uncovered it, covered it, uncovered it, and then this is what came from that. So this is a restart of a Monstera. I actually have never seen a Monstera from start to finish. I've only gotten them where like they're a pretty decent size. So this was actually really a good learning curve for me to really understand what they need and what they like, as opposed to like just watering because I know that they need water, putting chunky soil because I know they need chunky soil, and that's it. This is sitting in soil and bark mix along with perlite, and that's it. When I say chunky airy soil, I mean chunky airy soil. So this is my little science project. Okay, from there, after my Monstera got thrips and annihilated itself, I wanted to start getting into rubber plants. I'm not a fan of the ones that are just the green leaves. I do enjoy the camo print, and that's what sold me on this one. And I'm pretty sure this is just considered a wax plant because the leaves are thick. Let me just make sure though. Yeah, fig trees. This technically is variegated. I'm pretty sure this is variegation, right? I'm pretty sure this is considered variegation. I call it camo. I don't know. It looks like camouflage. Like, literally, that's camouflage. I have had, this is my second one because the first one also got really soft, a really soft stem, and then chucked up out of here. I have a new one coming in. It's been like this for a really long time though. I don't really know why, but take your time, girl. Ain't no rush. Ain't nothing out here besides bills and more bills and work. So do your thing. Take your time. For real. Okay, so after after the fig tree, after my prayer plant had annihilated itself, then I got really, really, really into Hoyas. Anyway, Hoyas, my favorite. I love them to the moon and back. I'm not sure. Can you see this one? I could take it down, actually. This Hoya here is like really, really, really pretty to me. This was my first one. I understand that it does have variegation. This is a outer variegation. I have a lot of new growth going on at the end, and I even have just really green leaves on this bad boy. The, how do I say, the top, I don't know, the head of the plant has white outer variegation, which is so pretty. This one is in a hanging planter, as you see in my room, and this is just where it lives. I'm gonna go get my other one. Hold on. This is my other one. It's in the same exact hanger planter, just more in the hallway than my other plant. This one actually is a splash. You can see the freckles, and look at this bad boy. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. All I did was twist it along the planter because that's the vision I have for it. And it's just going to keep getting twisted and twisted and twisted around this until it is full and lush how I want it to look. And I have one more, so hold on. And I'll show you these two sides. Well, no, these aren't really the same. You can definitely tell that this one has more round leaves. These are a lot more pointy than these, and the variegation is obviously just different. I wanted to trail this one and I wanted to wrap this one, and that is these two. And these come from IKEA. These planters, these come from IKEA. So, whoo, when I got this one, I thought I was getting this kind of Hoya. I did not pay too much attention. I thought all the leaves were just round, and you can tell these are obviously more like hearts. I genuinely thought I was picking up one of these bad boys because this is a cutting, as I said, I got this cutting from work, and that is really what started my love for the Hoyas and the wax plant. This one's cool and all. I appreciate it. I do love her. I don't know. I'm not sure if the leaves really are just this pale and not the rich kind of green. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. It hasn't annihilated itself yet though. I did make this trellis for it back when the 99-cent store was still here. I got this from the 99-cent store. It came like in a pack of 5 or something like that. And I just tried to start wrapping it around, hopefully trying to basically initiate growth or something, because it has done nothing since I bought it. And maybe I just can't see the growth, or maybe I'm missing it. But when I say I haven't seen anything happen of this plant, nothing at all, and I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. So this is, oh, what is this one called? Let's see. This one is called, oh, Sweetheart Plant. Oh, I love you too. This is called a Sweetheart Hoya, or wax plant, if you will. And then I have, this one stays outside in more bright light. It does not live in here just because it's so incomplete. I really do have a grand vision, as you can tell, for this one. I just have not seen anything, and that's just the most frustrating part to me, because it's like, what is going? What is going? These were propagations. I've had these propagations for months. Okay? Like October, yeah, 5 months. I've had these for 5 months, and in the beginning, I hardly got any roots. You can see my root system is pretty good. I'm still not confident to put this in soil just yet because I do not want to annihilate it, because I have yet to see this plant at all in anybody's store. Like, look how cute. And it's like a splash. Yeah. I went on vacation for Valentine's Day and it did something. And I missed it. I missed it. I didn't even see. I come back and it's like, I'm like, okay. Okay, I see. You one of them bitches I gotta like not pay no attention to. Then you're gonna go up. I know. And this is the same thing. So the thing with this propagation, originally I had this one in this glass and I had this one in this glass. And this one did the roots almost immediately. When this plant was in this shorter glass, it gave me nothing, like not a single root. And that's why I have some yellowing going on, because I just think I neglected and didn't pay attention to that, the fact that it wasn't getting me any roots started at all. So once this took off, I switched the glasses, and ever since I switched, like, you can just see all of the progress that I got. So I'm really happy. But again, I've had this for 5 months and this is all of the roots that I have for this bad boy. What is this one called, actually? Let's see. Its government name is a Hoya carnosona. Hoya carnosona. Ah. Oh my God. I just broke its bone trying to catch. Oh my God. Wow. What a idiot. Okay. So my most recent, actually no. From there, I have my pride and joy, my Alocasia. This is my one and only Alocasia. I've never had any other Alocasia than this one, and it's treating me very well. I do almost little to nothing to this, and it does great. When I first got it, it was only this leaf, and I believe it was only this leaf, and I believe these 2 leaves. When I first got it, I immediately got 2 new leaves, and then I eventually also gained one of these. I don't know which one. But it also, the backing, can you see the back? Just insane. On top of just how green and how lush it looks. When I got it, can you guys see? Where I was placing it was I had a sharp corner like on my ceiling, because it used to be in my garage, and I ripped it basically, and that's what that is, that damage. Something is going on with it. I do not know what, because it has some yellowing. I'm not sure if that just comes from inconsistent watering, because I have been busy with school and work. I don't know, but this is my pride and joy for real. Like, I adore this plant. My most recent pickups are going to be all the ones that I'm showing you now. I've just been learning. Oh, I have some new growth. I did not see you back there. I have some new, I'm sorry. I just got this like a couple of weeks ago, and I am enjoying this plant to the fullest, because when I say just beautiful, like genuinely beautiful, it's a very similar vibe to the Alocasia with the two-tone. Well, yeah, the back is for sure purple. It's like, what is that material? Like windbreaker material? Like when you're riding a bike. See how it's like purple, but you can't really fully see? I don't know. It's beautiful. On top of just the really small stems, I've enjoyed this plant so much. And at night, fun fact, at night, this plant closes. Like, it looks like this now, but at night, they like get into a huddle and they all go to sleep together, like a one big happy family. This is also, I got this one the same day I got the one that I just finished showing you. They are both at the same Lowe's. Look at the back. Just the purple backing on some of these is amazing. Along with, when I first got it, it wasn't all facing, I'm not sure if you can tell, it's all facing one way as opposed to being, like, this is obviously the back and this is the front. When I first got it, it wasn't doing this. I hope that is okay, but it was 360, like the plant was like 360. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But I love this one, honestly. This one also does not live in here. This one lives in the hallway right by a window and is doing totally fine. This one isn't my most recent pickup, but it's my favorite. The Northern Pine, I want to say, is the name of this one. I mean, when I say it is so freaking delicate, like, it feels like nothing. Like, it's so light and very airy. Yeah, it was only $5, and it's one of my, I wish I would have bought, is that a word? I wish I would have bought more of these, because now I do not see them anymore. Did I talk about you? I don't think I talked about you. This is another Hoya that I have that I put on a circle trellis. When I got this Hoya, it had a lot of all white variegated leaves. You can see here, I recently learned that white variegated leaves don't last forever like they do on other plants. Like, the all white ones do not last like the ones that are just on the rim. And I was actually really disappointed in that. If I would have known that, I would not have, because I already have, I would, my whole thing for getting this one, because it had a lot of white leaves and they're all gone now. So basically I have two of the same plant. So this is that. Okay. Is that everybody here? No, I think these are called Peperomia, pepper something. These I love. I have two of these actually. And they honestly give me trailing vibes. Look at the seashell planter. Yeah, I know. Talk about it. Your girl is really eclectic. For real. Like, really and truly a true eclectic. Okay? Yeah. Really cute. Really dainty. Thick leaves. And has done so well. Again, it is wintertime and I'm still seeing growth. Can you peep? So now we're gonna migrate to other parts of the house. Not all of my plants live here for obvious reasons, you know. Oh, another thing. This right here is a thermometer. If you have plants, get you one. I promise you, get you one for real. Because this really helps me understand that if my room is too cold, or if my garage is too cold, or wherever I have my plants, whatever room you have your plants in, if it's too cold, your plants are going to suffer. A lot of the plants that I typically tend to get like warmth and humidity. So this has changed the game in helping me understand the true temperature of my room and what needs to be done for my plants. Do I need to turn on the humidifier to add some moisture to the area? Is it too hot? Are my plants going to dry out this week? Let me check the temperature. It really helps, really and truly, because in the wintertime, you don't need to water your plants as often. And in the summertime, you need to water your plants more frequently because the heat is drying out the water absorption ratio to heat outside to the sun that hits them. It's, you know, right? So get you one. It was only $10 at Marshall's. I have one here. I have one in my windowsill and I have one in the garage. Get you one. I don't want to talk about it. Like, I really don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't. Because, like, this is the garage. This is technically quarantine, but it's also not quarantine. This side is not quarantine. This is really where they live. Just because I'm out of space and corners in the house that actually get a lot of light. I have a funny house where just because of the things that are next to my house block a lot of the sun and block a lot of just the true daylight. This is kind of where I live because obviously it's a lot of bright indirect sunlight here. So let's just get going. I have variegated jade, which jade is super easy, like super easy in general. So little to no care. This is outward variegated, so that means the outside is white, the middle strip is green. So these won't fall off how my Hoyas do because there's a lot more green to sustain that like nutrients and stuff. This is jade that, oh, I need to clean it off. This is jade that I propagated and put into my own planter. I'm actually really happy with this one because I actually did the work to get really well established roots, and I plan on selling some of these just because I have so many now and I actually know what I'm doing. I'm healthy. I mean, I'm what's the word? Confident that the healthy roots will survive, you know what I'm trying to say. I have my try at a ZZ plant, which is doing a little funky thing. I think it's just because it's cold in here, and super hardy, super hard to kill. I actually really like it, and it's so sturdy. And let me show you the roots. When I got this from the big box store, the roots are insane, and that is really what made me buy it because look at that. It needs another planter, but I'm just still allowing it a little bit more time to acclimate into its new environment before I up and change the soil and everything. I don't know what this is. When I got it, it went into shock at my house. So now that I see some new growth coming, and I know I actually could trim back a couple of leaves. They are still like yellowing, and I know they're not going to ever change, but I just want to give it some more time to acclimate in the house, and I love it. The leaves are super thick. Another prayer plant. There's no explanation, honestly. These is a snake plant. So a lot of these plants that I'm going to be showing you on this table were my grandmother's. My grandmother passed away during COVID, and she had so many plants that when I was pregnant, I wasn't able to get back there and upkeep and do all the maintenance. So a lot of these are super sentimental to me because they lasted all of those years of neglect, and they're still here. And I have some offshoots of my snake plant, and this is actually a water propagation. There are just some rocks in the bottom, and then top it off with water, change it out every like 2 to 3 weeks max, and I still have a healthy snake plant. This bad boy was a clearance plant, prayer plant. And when I say this motherfucker look tore back, I mean tore back. I mean almost all the leaves are crispy, yellowing, dry, dark brown, and it's doing so good. And this time around, I have some new leaves already popping up and showing face. So I'm really excited about this one. Like, this was like a true science project, like really and truly. Did I just pick my nose? Don't act like you don't do it. The fuck? This bad boy is my newest addition to my collection. I know absolutely nothing. I don't even know what is going on with this right here. Really and truly. Yeah, it's just one single, looks pretty healthy, I think. I do not know. I don't know. I don't know. This is so the same Monstera you saw earlier with the 3 leaves, this very small one. This is the top cutting of this one that I'm still trying to save. Thrips attacked this one oh my God, it's so heavy. Thrips attacked this one and I'm still trying to do something. What is that? Still trying to do something. I don't know. Okay, we are hanging on. It looks good. It doesn't look bad, but I'm trying with this Monstera here, honestly. From here, I also have a Chinese money plant, which I ended up taking. These are like the $5 ones you get from like Home Depot. I'm pretty sure I got it. And all I did was put 2 of them in the same pot, and it's been doing really well. This here was another Hoya splash that I got. I got this one on clearance. It was a lot bigger when I first got it, but it has also decided to annihilate itself, and I'm trying my hardest not to let it go. Like, this is its last leg, really and truly, like, last. This is my first water propagated dumb cane. Doing decent. Again, something at the start of winter, something was taking over. I had to change something, so I just changed the water out a lot more frequently, and you can just see the roots that it's established. It's been like 3 months and it's still hanging on, so I'm appreciative. This is the second propagation that I took from the ones upstairs in the room. You can see these roots are a lot more, I don't know, just compact and like a lot more secondary roots than the other one. I don't know why this one did better. Maybe because it's shallow. I don't know. But this is the second dumb cane that I've cut from the ones upstairs. I've had this plant for so long and I'm surprised it's still here. I even have, oh wow, already. I even have some teeny weeny new growth. I do have every leaf has brown tips though. So I don't know. You ain't dying though. This one is very dramatic. When it starts to need water, it's like a drooper and like falls out and it's like crying all over the place and it looks so sad. And then you give it water and then 10 minutes later, it's right back to this. This bad boy here is a new favorite of mine, honestly. I know nothing about it. I have not the slightest clue. It's called a fishbone something, and I love just the real skinny arms, if you will, of this plant. I did get it pretty beat up. I don't know what all this browning is. I don't know. I just had to have it. I'll figure it out later when I have time to do more research on this plant. But I really love this one. This is my newest cop, honestly. From there, I have a pretty decent size jade here that I'm trying to get back up to health. This is another plant that was my grandmother's that I neglected. So we're trying really hard to keep that motherfucker there alive. And so this one, the fishbone, the Calitha that's upstairs, I got all in the same. I had a day that day in Home Depot because I could not leave without these plants. I've never seen anything like this. This is a form of a dumb cane. It's just green on green variegation. And this guy is huge. I'm not sure if you can just kind of tell, like this guy is big and super easy to take care of so far. I've had no problems with it at all. And I'm even getting some new growth already. Can you see that one right there? Lastly, I have this this one. This is another Swiss cheese plant. I got this at Costco. Can you see how big and how full and how luscious? The one that I showed you that I have upstairs, I got that from a nursery close to where I used to work at. I paid $28 for that one. I saw this one at Costco for $45 or $35. One of the two. It was, I'll say 38 or $40. I don't know. $45 max. And look how big it is as opposed to the itty bitty teeny weeny one that I got forever ago. I had to set it down. It was absolutely way too heavy. That one is still in quarantine because I got it probably 2 weeks ago now. And I'm still just trying to make sure it's okay and getting acclimated to the garage. I get a lot of light in the garage, so I'm not worried about that. It's just like the pests and just my ability to check the roots and check the soil. I have yet to do it yet because it's massive. And then lastly, my real true favorite plant is this here jade. I'm not sure if this, oh my God, it's so heavy. You can really see this guy is massive. This is one of the ones that my grandma had her hands on, honestly, for a little while. So much so that I just repotted it. And oh my gosh, if you can see, this guy is literally massive. I've had it for a really long time. This was one of the ones, I have to put it down, hold on. That jade was one of the ones that my grandma had her hands on for a really long time. And I've just recently took cuttings, propagated them, got them rooted into soil from water. And I really love them. I actually have one outside also that I'll show you guys, because this one is, when I say this motherfucker here is on its last leg, on its really last leg, because it was an indoor plant, but it's not anymore, just for the sole fact that I think it had thrips. So I booted it outside and it's been doing great. So I left it outside and it's still outside. I mean, direct sunlight, rain, cold weather at night. I do not care. If you do well, you do well, but you're gonna do well outside, for real. And let's go see that one, and that will be our last one. So I showed you all of my plants, except for one. Hold on. My Monstera. This is my Shayla. I love this one so much. This guy is huge. I only has 4 leaves, and its newest leaf is this bad boy here. And this one this was actually a really random cop. I got this plant from fucking Vons, bro. Like the grocery store. And I was not expecting, and it was so cheap. It was only like 20 bucks. I was like, what is Vons have going on? But this is a real doozy for me. I've never had a plant, a Monstera at least, be this big. And this one also was a learning curve, because at first I was killing it, and I actually was able to make some changes and revive the plant, and it's actually doing pretty good now. So now you've seen all of my plants, like really all of them. Let me put this down. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that was fun to watch. I love watching these kind of videos, so I figure I want to make my own, because I sure do have a collection, I tell you. I thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow me for more. I'm going to be here for a while, okay? Did you? Subscribe to my channel. Like the video. Just like it. It's right there. Just like it. Like, subscribe, follow me for more. I'm going to be here. I'm going to see you. You're going to see me. And I'm going to see you. And then you're going to see me. When I see you, you know I'm going to see you. You know I'm going to see you. So, I'm going to see you. Bye.